Hey, good morning. Happy Sunday morning to everybody. I'm your host, Quarterdeck, also known as Pete. It's a beautiful day here in southeastern Wisconsin. It's going to be a hot one, though, just like it was last Sunday. Probably a little bit cooler than it was last Saturday or Sunday. But anyway, I'm back. We were off last week, of course, because the gal and I headed up to Road America, and I took her to her first IndyCar race, and she had a blast. Heat aside, but the nice thing about the weather was, it was hot and sunny, but there was a lot of wind. It was very windy, and that made for uh, it felt okay with the wind hitting the way it did, especially in turn 5. That crosswind we got across there kept us cool pretty much, even though we were really out in the sun the whole time. But we started walking around, and we didn't stay in one corner. And I introduced her to the world of auto racing photography, and so I really appreciated that. I don't know if you folks have gotten to see the pictures that I shared a link in a community post earlier in the week for the race photos that I took at that race. They are the link is posted in the chat, so if you want to check those out, go right ahead. I'm not going to go through the entire album, but let me pull it up. So this is my Flickr page that I post all of my race photos to. This is an album list. There's lots of albums from the many years that I have taken pictures at various events. So feel free to thumb through them. The latest album, though, is this one right here, the XPEL Grand Prix at Road America. So if you click down in through that, and then you get a listing of all of the photos that I shot. And you can download these if you like. If you happen to like a particular picture, I don't charge for them. Yeah, I do ask that if you decide to use one of my photos, that you attribute them properly. Give me photo credit for it, and that's pretty much all I ask. But yeah, it was a fun day. I got to use a new lens that I bought. I bought a 100 to 500 millimeter zoom lens to use with my new camera body, and it performed really well, especially in a road course race. Ovals, it might not be very, very good because it's got like a 4.5 minimum f-stop on it, so it's not the best or fastest lens to capture high-speed auto racing, but for a road course, it worked really well. So, but yeah, go out and check that album out. I'd really appreciate it. Leave a comment if you want. If you have a Flickr account, go right ahead. But I love what I do. I love to get to go to these races and take these pictures. And so anyway, but that's that. Anywho, how are you guys? Are you guys doing okay? I imagine it's such a nice weather out there that a lot of people are probably out and about this morning doing their thing. I'm in the middle of a staycation right now. I'm a 5-day mini vacation, which I really didn't go anywhere. I'm just pretty much staying at home, getting things done. And I did some work in the arcade, which we'll talk about here in a second. But every once in a while, like towards the end of the month, I like to do these little staycations and just recover, sleep in a little bit. And I've done a lot of that. So I'm working myself back into my regular weekly schedule. Um, the other thing I want to talk about, I spent the day yesterday uh, curating my streaming setup. I haven't really touched it in a long time since I initially set it up. I use OBS for video, and I use the transitions, and I used to use Voice Meter Banana for audio mixing. Well, the problem with that is I upgraded Voice Meter Banana to the latest version and somehow broke it. So I had to clean up all my audio sources, inputs and outputs, and start over. And I decided I need to use something simpler than Voice Meter Banana. It's a good technical software package, but I don't need anything that complicated. So I went with Sonar, a product called Sonar, and it's very much simpler. And I did some playing around with it yesterday. I did a test stream yesterday. Some of you caught it, where I was testing my audio. So one thing I ask is that if the audio uh, is bad, let me know. And if, I don't think I'm going to be playing any video here, but well, I might. There's one thing I want to show you that I'll be playing some audio. So um, just let me know. I'm using a filter right now for my microphone. I think I was told yesterday it sounds a lot better than what I was using before. So my goal, one of the things I want to do is I want to improve my streaming capabilities, and I'd also like to somehow improve the resolution of it as well. I'm using Restream as my streaming provider. I'm at 720 right now and would like to go to 1080p, but to do that with Restream, I have to pay $500 a year. So I don't know if I want to do that. I may experiment with utilizing OBS and streaming directly from OBS to YouTube. I only have one streaming output, and that's to YouTube. I don't stream to the Facebook page. I don't stream to Twitch. I don't stream in any other environment. I might do that sometime down the road as a lark, just to do something different. But I really don't. I feel like I've overcomplicated things here in the streaming environment when I didn't really need to, and that's one of the reasons why I went with an easier mixer. So, all right. So what's new with me? Hey, it's I wasn't here last week, so I try to keep you folks up to date. I got to put my eyes on in order to read my notes. I do take notes, show notes sometimes, not all the time. But I did jot down some things I wanted to talk about today. First of all, let's talk about the arcade, because that's why we're here, right? That home arcades. That's the theme. That's the primary theme of the channel. So, as I said, I've been in a staycation for the last few days, so I've done a lot in the arcade. You might not notice anything new behind me, but I have changed things around a little bit. So we'll switch to that view. The only thing that you'll probably notice is a little different is I've moved Pong. Pong used to be back in the corner, and it used to be back in the corner between the Peanuts 4KP and the T2 Space Invaders cabinet down there in the lower left. And I moved it over there, and there's a reason behind that. See, oh, let's do this. Da, 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 da. All right, too many windows. Nope, I didn't want to do that. Oh, I'll just get rid of that. Shit. All right. So let's swap screen sharing here for a second. All right, share that. All right, so here's where Pong sits now, and behind it is my streaming station. But the reason why I moved Pong over here is I have a problem with the floor, the gym tiles that I'm using. Um, there's a bubble here, and the reason why my gal and I worked with this the other day on one of my days off. We tore it apart and kind of tried to get it flatten out. And the reason why I have a bubble here on a gym flooring is because I have mismatched tile types. So the problem with buying gym tiles is if you don't buy enough for your project, your eventual end game for your project, and you have to wind up going to buy more tiles later, they're going to be a little bit different unless you buy the exact same part number. My tiles came from Home Depot. Um, and the thing is, when I set up my initial gym downstairs, it was very small footprint. So I wanted to, when I changed the gym over to an arcade, I added a row of tiles on the end here, and they were not the same tile. They kind of notched together okay, but they were not the same. And that's the problem I'm having, is it's causing bubbling over here. Before where Pong is now, my streaming desk was over here. So I was underneath where the Pong is now. So I didn't really notice the bubble then, but apparently was there. So yeah, that's why Pong's over there. But if you look now, there's the corner. I've got room for like 5 or 6 cabs over there now and nothing to put there. Yeah, I could go out and buy a Mortal Kombat. I could go out and buy, I still definitely want to get a Yoga Flame. There's one dude here that has a Yoga Flame. Actually, it's probably my old Yoga Flame that I sold him. So I might go back and get that Yoga Flame back from him. We'll see. But I need to fill this space with something. Right now, when I do virtual reality, it's kind of a nice open space that I can move around in if I need to. So yeah, close that. Go back to sharing the browser window. No, not there. Window, that's there. All right. Okay. So yeah. Anywho, let's take a moment to say hi to everybody. Ted's here. Good to see you, Ted. Good to see you. Welcome. Thank you, sir, for letting me know I sound okay. Hockey Town is here. Good to see you as always. Mike Hawk Hertz is here. Good to hear you or see you. He also says he's glad to see Glenn do really well with the Build-A-Cade Kickstarter. Yeah, so am I. We'll touch on that in a second here. So good to see you guys. Welcome. Not as many people here this morning, but I get it. It's summer. People want to be outside doing stuff. All right, so let's talk about what I did in the arcade this week. So y'all know I expanded the arcade, I don't know, about 6 feet that way. Well, that left a lot of coverage, lighting coverage that needed to be filled. So I do have a couple of more light bulb sockets on this side, but they're on the other side of the partition, so don't really project enough light on this side of the room, so it's dark in general. I don't have the house lights on, so it can't really tell. But the one thing I wanted to do this week is add some more black lights, and that's what I did. I didn't take pictures, but y'all know I've bought the little, they're just over a foot, I think, black light LED lights. They're very lightweight, easy to mount. So I have 4 of them in the main arcade behind me on the other side of the main joist that runs across the house. So on this little expanded area, I had no black light coverage. So when I turned on the black lights on behind me, this area here the expanded area was just dark. I mean, there's nothing there. So I knew I needed to add some blacklight coverage. So I mounted, and the problem I had, and if I did a live stream while I was doing this the other day, and some of you caught it. The problem that I had was a lot of venting and piping directly above my head right now. So putting a black light there was challenging. And so what I figured, well, they're so lightweight. Why can't I just use art Velcro, the stuff that you buy in the picture hanging section at Walmart? And it's just a strip of tape on either side with the Velcro holding it all together. So I cut a couple of pieces apart and slapped that puppy up above me. So, and then I've got one down on the other end. So let me let me get out the handy dandy phone, turn on the black lights here. Let's see how it shows up on stream. Probably you won't get the full effect on stream, but there we go. Black light on. There we go. So I've got a black light directly above my head. It's probably shining off the top of my gray hair. Then I got a black light over on the other end of the room. So now I've got full black light coverage in the entire arcade space. Anyway, so that's what I did the other day. I had the flooring issue, which I already talked about. And then I also did, on that same stream, I did the black lights. I did the Centipede. I finished off the Centipede power split. So as you all know, Hockeytown recommended me do a Y splitter with a extension cord to provide power to the LED strip in the lit riser panel. Because I've got bricks everywhere, we all do in our home arcades. But if the less you have to use bricks, the better. So I eliminated one brick by taking or running a splitter. Here, let's do this again. Replace screen sharing. Go back to the photos. I'll show it to you here. All right, so window share. All right, so this is the riser. I've flipped it upside down. You can tell because the feet are here on the riser. But as you can see, I drilled a hole through the inside panel. This is the front of the riser, and I needed to get at the power plug, which you can't really see in this photo. But so I ran the 3-foot extension cable that I got from DIY Retro Arcade, and then I went ahead. Let's go to the next picture. So there's another picture, a better picture. Here's the connection. So got your front panel here, got your LED lights, and then the plug for the LED lights right here. And then I connected the 3-foot end of the power cord to it and ran it through this hole. I've got these wire guides here to help hold everything together. And then what I did is in the main arcade cabinet, I drilled another hole through the center of the G panel, which allows me to run that 3-foot cable up through this hole. As you can see there, the 3-foot cable going down to the riser is right here. It's coming out, and then here's the Y splitter. This is the Arcade 1-Up power brick right here. And then I'm plugging into the PCB power here. So so that went well. I did that too, Mike Hawkers. I do that all the time. We're going to touch on another game that I came across, which I have to have at least 6 feet around me to do. It's a really fun game too. It's very tiring, I have to say, but we'll talk about it here in a second. Thanks, Ted. I appreciate that. Hockey Town, I use here, let me go get it real quick. I'll show you the box. All right. So I use these, let's let the camera focus in on it. It's not going to. Well, what these are G-Home voice control smart plugs, but I control them through an app, and they can be controlled by, it works with Alexa and works with Google Assistant. So I would assume it works with an Amazon Echo as well. But what I use them for, I just use an app on my phone called Genie. And then Genie, you can load these into Genie. And it's just a little plug. I got a couple in here that I haven't used yet. That's what it looks like. So it's just a three-pronged jack that operates over wireless. And there's how you pair it right there, and you can manually turn it on and off through there. So that's how I turn the arcade on, or actually turn the power on. I still go around and turn on my machines manually, but the black lights are also controlled by these. I saw that this morning myself. I saw that. It shocked the hell out of me. So I hope everything's going okay for him. So yeah, we finished up the centipede thing. And it's near completion. Stock Shock, in his great benevolent self, has sent me some replacement coin door light bulbs for this little setup that he concocted for that purpose. And one of them, I told him the other day that one of the plastic pieces broke, so he's sending me some new bulbs. So thank you, Stock Jock. I appreciate it. And once I get that done, then the Centipede Legacy will be damn near perfect. It's got the 19-inch monitor on it now, and Centipede is actually in the proper orientation with the 19-inch monitor. So I'm happy. It's not compressed with the 17-inch. So I ordered today some, let's talk GRS Build-A-Cade, not the FU edition yet. We'll get to that in a second, but I have two GRS Build-A-Cade kits that I haven't built yet. And one of them, I'm not sure if a part's bad in it, but I'll find that out when I get there. But I ordered two art kits from Jose's today, and let me bring that up. All right, so here's Jose's Build-A-Cade artwork section. He doesn't have any artwork kits up yet for the FU edition, but these are for the 1/6 scale. So what I ordered, and he doesn't have any pictures up for these, and technically I don't know why he's got this up here like this, but it says pre-order. So the two artwork packages that I ordered were this one, the pre-order Journey Nintendo shape with 3D parts. So I'm going to make a Journey cabinet. And then I also ordered the Star Trek cabinet. I'm going to make a Star Trek. And the one thing that concerns me about the spinner control panel is that there's not enough buttons for Star Trek, because Star Trek is a 4-button and 1 spinner machine. But you know, I don't really build these things to play. as long as the fire and the thrust button work, I think I'll be happy. The other ones, photon and warp buttons, I'm sure I can live without photons, but or maybe I can live without the warp button. I don't know. So would have been nice to have 4 buttons available for Star Trek, but that's the art, because the game, I have a lot of nostalgia for the game. That's why I'm getting the Star Trek. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. So it's basically a Nintendo shaped cabinet. And if you remember the Journey cabinet, it was kind of in that shape. Um, let's see. Just Googling. Yeah, it's kind of sort of in that shape, in the Nintendo shape. So it'll be close. I think it'll look awesome. But I have a lot of nostalgia for both Star Trek and Journey, and they're unique, so. But yeah, so anyway, I ordered two artwork kits. So those are coming. And that'll be a future stream. And then the other thing too is I ordered a sign to replace the sign behind me. Back there, this little, well, I can't really point at it, can I? But see if I can do this orientation thing right there. That sign right there that says Quarterdeck Arcade. It's a cheap $15 Walmart sign that you can change the letters in. I don't think they sell them anymore, but I bought a few of them and scattered them around the arcade early on when I got into this hobby. Well, now I figured now's the time I need to get an actual sign that says the Quarterdeck Arcade established 2021. And so I went to the fine folks that also did Cornercade's arcade sign, Neon Chili, on Etsy. And I got with them and I worked out a design that I was very happy with and a color. And the sign's going to wind up being about 4 feet by 1.5 feet, I think, roughly. Or maybe just a foot. I forget what the exact dimensions were, but it's at least almost 4 feet long. So it's going to go back there on the back wall. Again, the whole orientation thing. It's going to go back there. And I'm going to have to move some stuff around, obviously, but I'm looking forward to getting that. It should be here this week. So, yeah. All right. So let's talk about Glenn. Let's talk about the Build-A-Cade, the success of the Build-A-Cade. So as you can see, let's do a refresh here. So right now, they're at 206 backers and over 400 grand. So congratulations, Glenn. Very happy for you. And I will tell you what I bought here in a second. So let's look at who's bought what. So the Super Early Bird FU 19-inch edition for $9.99. There's been 69 backers, and there's still 31 left. So if you're on the fence, if you haven't bought one yet, and you think you might want one, if you want the 19-inch rotating version, there's 31 of them left as of right now. For the 26-inch option, there's 53 backers. And then there's 47 left of that particular option. We scroll down to the early bird. There's only one, and there's a good reason for this, because everybody's buying the super early bird versions because they're cheaper. I have a feeling these were put out there just in case the super early birds went away or were sold out early. But there's only one backer in each of these early birds, the 19-inch and the 26-inch. So why this person did this, I don't know. And then now we come to the mega packs that have all the control panels. This is the one I got. I got the mega pack 19-inch rotating monitor version, and there's 32 backers, of which I'm one. And then there's 18 of these left. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to getting it. I'm going to be ordering artwork as soon as I can, as soon as one of his partners has made artwork available. My goal for this cabinet is to make it a Donkey Kong Jr. So that's the artwork I'm going to choose. I have more nostalgia for Donkey Kong Jr. than I do the first Donkey Kong. So this will be a Donkey Kong Jr. cabinet. Now I am still going to buy Joel's cabinet as well. That one might turn into a Popeye. So we'll see. But there's 18 left of these if you're still on the fence and you want to get all the control panels with the 19-inch version of the arcade. Moving on to the 26 mega pack. There's 39 backers there and 11 left. So very, very popular option. They're pretty even. A little bit more people are going for the 26-inch option. And then the super combo pack, there's 11 people that went for the 2-meal deal. Okay, they went for both the 19-inch and the 26-inch. I wanted to do this. I did, but I just could not justify the cost, the shipping and the joint cost. There's no way. I'm glad 11 people have chosen that option, and I hope some of these are YouTube content creators so that I can follow along and see what both units look like. I of course will do a live stream build, so you get to see in real time how long it takes. And there's 39 of the doubles, the super mega comp cabinet for 2-pack. So 39 of them left. But I'm so happy for Glenn. I really am. Guy deserves it, and he deserves all the success he's getting. And so it will be coming here, the 19-inch. I wish I could get the other one. Maybe I will. I don't know. It depends on how things shake out for me financially after this truck purchase gets finalized. And speaking of the truck, let's talk about the truck for a second. I did allude to this on my live stream the other day. The truck is right up the road at the dealership right now. It's here. I haven't seen it yet. I do not want to see it until it's completely done. Here's the thing. Hey, Minbell Saucy, good to see you. Welcome. Ted says, yeah, excited to see me build this. I'm hoping to have the artwork, the Pixel-Cade marquee, everything in-house when I do my live build, so that we can just, if it takes me a day to do it, it takes me a day. So we're going to do a live stream. We're going to live stream it so you all get to see it from start to finish. That's assuming I have all the parts. I want to get all the parts in first. So the partners, I hope you get your parts out there. It is. It really is. This is something I've been looking forward to. You know, the HD over there in the back running Robotron right now. It's fulfilled a great need, but you know, it's missing some things. It's missing artwork. It's missing. So there's a lot of nostalgia for me just popping through the games on the HD back there. But I'd like a cabinet that actually reminds me of a cabinet I used to play on, and that's what this is. It's gonna once I put the hood on, slap the artwork on, it's gonna remind me very much of a Nintendo style cabinet. So will Joel's when GI Joel comes out with his. But it is a cool device, and I'm looking forward to it. So let's talk about the truck. So as I said, the truck is here, but apparently, and I didn't know this, but apparently, when you put a custom order in for a vehicle, and you have a lot of options and a lot of accessories added on to it, they don't do all the accessories at the factory. Um, so, uh, how is it explained to me? So, when the truck got here, the first thing they like to do is run it through the service department, make sure everything's working as it should. And then one other thing that they do is they slap on any last minute accessories that didn't get put on at the factory. So that means the dealer has to order some of the accessories separately. They have to come in, and then the service department has to put them on. So there's some decals that did not arrive yet on Friday. So we were tentatively going to get together on Friday, take it for a test drive, make sure I wanted it, that kind of thing, and work out a deal. So I don't know totally what the final price is going to be, how much money I'm going to contribute in a down payment, and then what my financing is going to be. I still don't know all that yet. I do have 1 day left in my staycation tomorrow, so I'm hoping the truck will be done tomorrow afternoon. I can go over there. I can drive it, and I'm sure I'm going to love it because I designed it. That's the truck I want. So I'm sure aesthetically it's the truck I wanted. So I'm going to get it. But we're just going to take it for a test drive, make sure it feels okay and all that. So soon I'll be saying goodbye to my Jeep Wrangler. So yeah, so that's where we're at with the truck. Hopefully tomorrow. If I do plan on shooting a video on the truck's features, and so you all get to see it. I did buy the technology package, so it's got I may shoot myself in the foot for doing this, but I'm a techno nerd. I love nerdy things, and so I was very impressed by the Colorado's technology packaged dash. And I'm gonna do a video and show you guys all of the features of that. So you get an idea of what Chevrolet offers. And I'm really happy about returning to the Chevy family. It's been decades, literally, since I've owned a Chevy. So I'm back, Chevy. So we talked about Road America. All right. So let's talk VR for a second. I have been doing a lot of VR lately. You guys probably don't see me online a whole lot if we're friends on VR. Again, if you do want to connect with me on VR, my ID is QD Arcade 71. So there apparently is already somebody named QD Arcade in VR. I don't know who that dude is. I should probably connect with him and figure out who he or she is. But my ID is QD Arcade 71, and 71 being a homage to the whole number of my ship, the USS Theodore Roosevelt. So that's the idea behind that. So go ahead and connect with me if you haven't already. I've already tried to locate as many of the community folks that I know of, and so I've already made those connections. So drop your ID in the chat if you want me to connect with you, and we haven't done so already. So, but I have been doing a lot of VR, mostly golf, bowling. I bought the other day, and this is a game I want to talk about. I bought the other day The Thrill of the Fight. Some of you might be familiar with this game. I'll go ahead and play this video. We'll see how the audio comes through. Let me know if the audio is okay. All right, that's the video. I hope you all heard the audio, but this game is fun, but it's also a great workout because I'm guarantee you, by the time you get to that through that first opponent, your arms are going to be dead tired unless you box regularly as a workout. I don't box regularly, so going through that first opponent, the sparring, you start with a sparring opponent. That guy can be beat easily, but when you get to your first opponent, that guy's relentless. There was a point in my fight where I was I was like dropping my arms and just, okay, fine, hit me. I don't care. I don't care anymore. I can take it. It's VR. But it's a great game, folks. If you haven't checked it out, please check it out. Thrill of the Fight. You can find it on this in the store. It's only like $6.99 right now. It's on sale. That's one of the reasons I bought it, because they're having a sale through the end of the month. And I've bought a few things now. This morning I bought, or I didn't buy any. I just installed it because it's a free game called VR Racing, I think. I forget. Let me see if it's in here. See if I can pull that one up. Ah! Go away. I hit that key combination. Let's see if I can find it in here. Was it? No, I don't think it was V Speedway. Oh yeah, it was. It was this game. Because this is exactly it. So I'm sitting there trying to drive, and I'm standing at the arcade, the X Gaming arcade tank stick over there, and that's where I stood. And I'm trying to drive. You have to figure out the controls too, um, like to put your hands on the steering wheel. You have to press the thumb buttons, and then the trigger buttons are like the right hand is gas and the left hand is brake. So once you get used to it and start learning your braking points, it starts to become a little bit better. But it took me a while to figure out. I was having a blast though. V Speedway, there, it's free to download, and it leads. They have the developers of this have a couple of other games that are actually games you buy. This is kind of like a test version, but it drives okay. It's great. Yeah, yeah, exactly. But that's my first dip into virtual auto racing. So Meatball Saucy says he's played Thrill of the Fight. Yeah, I really enjoyed that game too. There was no audio. Okay. Yeah, I tried. Let's try to play V Speedway here. Let's try that again. Oh, I know why there wasn't any audio. See, I'm still learning this new product. Let's try this video. I've got the audio volume down a little bit. Again, just put the hands around the steering wheel. Yeah, for me, the hardest thing is learning the braking points and remembering the left for the things. I thought this was a fun game. I thought, yeah. So hopefully you heard the audio that time. I had it muted on the stream. So that was V Speedway that I just did this morning. um, what else was I going to talk about? VR, guys. I'd love to play. And you know, I've been on a staycation, as I've said many times during this stream. But one of the things that I wanted to do too is mess around with VR pinball and and the 4K, in particular the 4KP itself, because I don't feel like I've given the 4KP the love that it should be getting. So I spent a little time on this staycation playing a lot of 4KP pinball. But one of the things that happened in the last week is AtGame has been flooding us with new games, and I haven't bought any of the new games. So what I want you guys to do is drop in the chat if you've bought one of the new games that have come out, and I'll list them for you. Actually, let's go through the list because I have the new arrivals screen up here. So here's all of AtGame's new arrivals, and both HD and 4KP availability is listed here. I watched Super Game Room dudes this morning while I was working out, and they were talking a lot or hyping up Soccer Kings a lot. So I'm probably going to buy Soccer Kings and try it out. There's also another soccer game called Super League Football. We know about Tomb Raider. I've talked about that before. I picked up the Tomb Raider tables. I really love those. The Mansion is my favorite part, Tomb Raider table. Then we've got Future World, which I've not bought yet. Arabian Night, Tales of Arabian Nights. Shooting the Rapids. Moonflight. Earth, Wind, and Fire. Black Belt. Champion Pub. Theater of Magic, and then several different versions of Primal Carnage. You got Primal Carnage Deluxe, Primal Carnage Retro, and Primal Carnage Solid State, which appears to only be for the HD. So, and then the Legends Williams. I have not bought the Williams Pinball Volume 1 yet either. Oh, there it is. The 4KP version of Primal College Solid State. So the Party Zone I've not bought. Zancor I've not bought. I've not bought any of these. So what I'd like, and I have not bought the rare pinball pack that just came out either. So let me know in the chat, what are some recent AtGames releases that you really like, that I should probably really look at buying? Because I'm not going to buy all of these, but ones that look really interesting to me. I don't know if I'm interested in the rare pack, although I heard Battletoads was pretty good and Sea of Thieves was pretty good. So let me know what you think. What are your favorites? I did actually buy in VR. I bought at the Addams Family. I bought Addams Family in VR this morning because it was on sale. Oh, see this new mixer. I've got to figure this out. Yeah. Got to figure it out. Last thing I tested last night seemed to work. I don't know. I'm not going to mull on it right now. That's all I have to talk about, really. I don't have any demos or installations or modding to do today. I don't have anything really in to mod. I do have on order 4 more kits from DIY Retro Arcade, 4 more Y splitters and 4 more 3-foot male to female power cords. to do the other 4 cabinets. The other thing I probably should talk about too, and just to hype up, and I'm sure other companies are going to have deals too. I don't know if this is just an email. It's not on his website. He's not really hyping it up on his website. Let me go find the email. Live TV, folks. Let's see. Where's my email? Here we go. So next weekend is 4th of July, as you know. I'm going to move this over to my shared window here. All right, I'll just fire this up. All right, so Tulsa Arcades is having a countdown till 4th of July deal. Now, does that mean he's going to have different deals on the 4th of July weekend? Who knows? But watch out for deals, okay, for the 4th of July. Some vendors might have some things going on. I haven't heard anything specifically. This is the only one I've heard of. If you guys know of any deals that are happening next weekend, let me know in the chat. Mike Hawkhurst says he's picked up Theater of Magic. I've heard good things about that one too. So that's, I think, on my list as well. And I haven't tried any of the soccer titles either. I don't know. I might still get the rare pack. And I totally understand why you're forgetting the network. You really only need to be on the network anyway. You know, well, high scores, you need it, but if you participate in those. I have the Street Fighter backlit riser panel. I love what he does with these. And I get it. Not a lot of people like the risers. But if you have risers and you want to spruce them up a little bit, these are a good option. So he's got a deal on the Street Fighter riser panel. I can't really see if I can change the zoom here. All right. So the riser panel, the Street Fighter riser panel is on sale right now for $65.99. And again, these do not come with the LED lights that you need. He's got an Amazon link to the strip that I always buy for mine. So it's there. He gives you the link to go buy the LED lights separately. What else does he have here? Oh, I think I have to click. So this is today's deal. And he does say he's going to have a 4th of July sale starting July 3rd. So this is today's deal. Actually, that was June. Yeah, that was yesterday's deal. I thought he had several other deals too. I guess not. All right. I get it. I totally get it. And that's probably something I need to work on too, but and putting all my cabinets in the offline mode. All right, but so check out Tulsa Arcades next weekend for his 4th of July sale. What he's offering now. If you haven't signed up for his email list, go ahead and do that off his website. That's how I got notified of this. I thought I saw something yesterday. I don't see it in my email though. I might have deleted it. Who knows? Oh well. Folks, that's all I've got for today. We'll keep it just under an hour today. I'm gonna go relax for a while. That's one of the things I've tried to do this 5-day staycation is plop myself in a chair and relax. So I do want to mess around with the streaming tools. I still don't know why I'm having audio issues with the with playing videos. So I need to experiment with that a little bit more. And I do want to spruce up OBS a little bit too. All right. We'll minimize everything here. So, guys, thank you for stopping by today. I really appreciate it. I love it when you guys stop by and spend some time with me and chit chat, talk about home arcades, that kind of thing. I am off tomorrow too, so we'll see about what we're going to do here in the arcade tomorrow. But tomorrow to me is truck day, so hopefully I'll the next time you hear from me will be about showing pictures and or video of my brand new truck. So thank you all for stopping by. Appreciate each and every one of you. On your way out, if you wouldn't mind, hit the like button and the subscribe button if you haven't done so already. I do love seeing that number tick up every once in a while. And I want you guys to have a good week, a safe week. And until next weekend, remember, I got next.